'Tis the season to be jolly, and it's certainly been a boisterous year pointing out the hypocrisy of the bureaucracy with their nonsensical COVID-related responses and giving a voice to real scientific experts and medical professionals who have been silenced, slandered, and smeared. More recently, traveling to Berlin, Germany to speak truth to power and gain an insider's perspective into how the globalists intermingle. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini, and I wanted to throw back to my favorite parts of 2022, but I have to choose my words carefully in order to remain uncensored on certain platforms. So in some instances, I hope you catch my drift. Most of my reporting included detailing factual real-world data as it pertains to the novel injections and alerting the general public that they were not being given true, informed consent with these pharma products. This included interviews with independent data analyst Kelly Brown, Dr. Byron Bridle, Dr. Mark Trosey, Dr. Malone, medical research firm founder Deanna McLeod, the seemingly endless stories of injury that ensued, and the list literally goes on. Our reporting has been absolutely crucial to the Canadian public throughout the pandemic pandemonium and is done in stark contrast to the government-funded mainstream media that has continued to gaslight and lie to Canadians, which became increasingly apparent during our extensive coverage of the Canadian trucker convoy. I was one of the first on the ground covering one of the stops in Port Hope, Ontario in late January 2022, shortly after Trudeau announced that there was a small fringe minority on its way to Ottawa. Let's show a quick clip of that. What do you say to Justin Trudeau, who says this is a fringe minority, it's unacceptable viewpoints?
I think Justin Trudeau needs to go back to Quebec. They seem to have that same kind of viewpoint from that era, and Ontarians, we do things differently. As you can see, we're all here together, black, white, Asian, and from any vaccinated, unvaccinated, whatever you want. This is the country. You can do whatever you want as long as we're here together, and it's about love, peace, and unity.
What followed was nearly 3 straight weeks of work for some of my colleagues on the ground in Ottawa, and we gave a voice to those who were advocating for unity against an overreaching government who were having their words spun in the media that were busy crafting narratives of division and hate. But the real kicker, for me at least, was in October when myself and a team of 4 other rebels covered the inside of the World Health Summit 2022 that takes place yearly in Berlin, Germany, which is said to be the hub for global health. On the first day, and much to my own surprise, I had a brief 25-second opportunity to point a question to none other than the World Health Organization's Director General, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Here's a quick clip of how that went.
Tedros, how are you? How are you, Mr. Tedros? If you could do lockdowns again, would you do them? If you could do lockdowns again, would you support them?
I'm sorry, please.
Mr. Tedros, if you could do lockdowns again, would you support them? That's what you get for unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats heading in there to the WHO conference.
Did you see how he swooped in and put his arm around me like I was some sort of fangirl? It's clear to me that these ivory tower dwelling unelected globalists are not used to being face to face with skepticism. And we were the only skeptical media there. If I wasn't a rebel, I would have never had the opportunity to do this kind of on-the-ground investigative journalism and point out the shortfallings and failures of this global health regime. We garnered more insider undercover reports, and you can watch and check in on all of that coverage at rebelwho.com. Overall, the best part of 2022 for me was being a skeptic, just speaking to the little guy and speaking truth to power by being part of a fearless team that reminds everyone from media to government that they are being watched, and more Canadians are scrutinizing their motives every day. I cannot wait to see what the new year brings, and you can count on us that we will be here to bring you more independent journalism, just like 2022 into 2023. From my family to yours, I hope that you had a very Merry Christmas and have a healthy, happy New Year. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. If you want to support our continued efforts to bring you accurate, on-the-ground, investigative journalism while sporting some cool new swag, then check out our latest designs at rebelnewsstore.com. We usually have some sort of deal going on there, and you can find it all and these latest and greatest designs at rebelnewsstore.com. Thank you for your support.